My name is Bo Miguez. Join me as I discover the stories and purpose behind the best businesses in Shreveport, Bossier. This is Blue Coat Interviews. Hey, Shreveport, Bossier, Bo here. Locals love us. Another Blue Coat interview this morning coming to you. I've got Craig Kennedy with Personal Solutions. Craig, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm excited, Craig, about today's interview. Just come in here and figure out more about your business and what Personal Solutions does. So I guess my first question is, what is Personal Solutions?
Personal Solutions is a full-service counseling organization. We have psychologists, we have counseling, we have all genders, so we work with individuals, we work with families, we do testing. We try to work with the entire gamut of from birth to through life, through all parties, and help whatever we can within a counseling sense.
I know you guys do a lot of, or you kind of specialize in employer type programs. Whether that be with a police department or something like that, to where an employer can kind of get their staff. Talk about that a little bit.
We do. One of the things that we realize, and we have a business background beyond just counseling, is that a lot of things that affect the employee, they bring to work. One of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves is that I don't take work home and I don't bring home to work. It's impossible not to do that. And so when an employee has something going on, whether it be at home or at work, it can affect their attendance, it can affect their productivity, and the bottom line is it can affect that business. One of the biggest expenses for a business is to have to hire an employee. And if I have to terminate an employee and replace them, then that's going to cost me money. And what an employee assistance program does is it allows your employee to come talk to a counselor, to work through whatever it is they're going through in life, and remain productive for that company. I've experienced it when I was in business, where I sent an employee to the employee assistance program, and where he was going to need to take a couple of weeks off, he was able to work on that issue and take no time off. And so that's what we do with the employee assistance program. It benefits not only the employee, but it benefits the employer at a minimal cost.
You said y'all really kind of do the full gamut from birth to the whole lifespan. Any issues, I guess you guys could handle and talk through that. So let's just talk a little bit about your therapist here. What do they have any kind of specialties each, or are they all kind of general?
A little bit of both. We have a female counselor, Patty Borneman. She helps, does a lot of marriage therapy and a lot of ladies' issues. And so when we have one of the big things that we try to do when you call me in is we try to figure out who would be the best fit. If you call in and want a specific counselor, then we're going to say, okay. But if you call in and not really sure about who you want, we're going to say who's going to be the best fit for you. And Patty, she takes a lot of our families, a lot of our females. Dr. Thomas Davison is our children's counselor. He works with children from young to 4 or 5, all the way through teenage, college, adult, and then he also works with families. And he does a phenomenal job of connecting with kids and working through what those issues are. Sometimes, if we're honest, it's a parent issue more than it is a child issue. So he does both. He kind of works with the parents and allows them to realize that, hey, it's not just the kid here. Maybe I need to change something as a parent. And then we have Dr. Bob Clanton, who is our psychologist, who does a lot of assessments. He does assessments for a lot of our EAP clients, but he also does ADHD and those type of mental health assessments that he does. Myself, I deal a lot with trauma. in emergency services. I like to work with the military and fire and police and their families. I do marriages also, because that's a big part of the issue within emergency services is the marriage and divorce rate. And then I do a lot of individual too.
Let's talk a little bit about kind of the patriarch and the founder of Personal Solutions, Darrell Tuberville,
Yes.
Who I had the pleasure, and unfortunately, Mr. Darrell has passed, and I know that guy, that hits you guys hard, but I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Darrell numerous times, and I got to say, I don't think he ever met a stranger.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Never.
And he was just kind of those type of people that is just magnetic. That you
Yes.
just meet him and you just instantly felt a connection to him and a friendship with him, and you could talk to him. Tell me a little bit about him.
Well, and I'll say this first. That's kind of one of the biggest areas we've struggled with since his passing is everybody else is an introvert here. And so he was that magnetic personality that can bring people in. And so we really missed that. But he did. The Personal Solutions came out of his chaplain work with the Shreveport Fire Department, where he realized that not only do I need to help the fire personnel, but to help people in life. And so we were birthed out of that, and we've been here in this location since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we do today is because of what he taught us to do. The logo that we had when he was with us was "We Build People," we want to build people up. And after his passing, if you met him, one of the questions he would always ask was, "What can we do for you?" Mm-hmm. And so that has become our logo, and so that everything that we do, we ask the question, what would Darrell do? Mm-hmm. And that's the first thing we ask, and so he still guides us. We can still feel him here. We still meet people daily that he had influence over, and it's been nice that people realize that we're keeping what he started on
mm-hmm.
going, and we're keeping that legacy going. And so I got to work with him for about 14 years, and so I'm one of the real lucky ones that I got to spend that amount of time with him.
If there's one thing about your business here at Personal Solutions that the community may not know, but you think maybe they should know, what would that one thing be?
Counseling is not laying on a couch crying about what happened when you were 4. Counseling is gaining knowledge that we may or may not know. And an example of that is that how we define a problem and conflict. We define a problem as a flat tire. Something concrete is something we can work on. Mm-hmm. Conflict can be described as something as simple as, what kind of ice cream do you like? You like one type of ice cream, I like another type of ice cream. Neither of us are wrong.
Right.
It's just what we like.
Mm-hmm.
And what we find in most relationships is that most of the things that cause issues are conflict in nature, not a problem. But what we have to do with that is we have to learn to manage ourselves. Counseling is learning that. Mm-hmm. Counseling is learning personalities, what my personality is versus what my spouse's personality is, what my child's personality is learning those things. That's what counseling is. Counseling allows us to help you expand your knowledge so that you can be better in life. Mm-hmm. And so that's what counseling is.
Craig, I appreciate you, coming in here and sitting down with me. I think the community can learn a lot by watching, my interview with you. And guys, if you need any more information about Personal Solutions, you can always, you can Google them, Personal Solutions Incorporated Shreveport, get all their information there. You can always go to localsloveus.com. You're going to find them right there as a winner in our counseling section. We'll have links to all their information right there on their winner page. page. You can email them, phone, call them. Their Facebook is connected there. Read more information about them. But definitely, just give them a call if you have an issue, anything, and really, not even having an issue, Craig. A lot of this is, let's get stuff before the issue arises.
Right, and if we can do it beforehand, we do a lot of premarital. A lot of people don't. We go into marriage and we don't know that person.
Yeah.
We can do that beforehand.
Guys, you heard it. Give them a call. Anything you need, they can handle it. And Craig, I appreciate it again. You sitting down with me.
Thanks, Bo. I appreciate it.
Thank you.